I need a new laptop for Rio. He's on me. Oh, this is brilliant.
Hi there.
How you doing? You alright? You alright? Joel, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nima.
Nima, listen man, I got a problem. I got a show with Rio Ferdinand, but we had a bet. And the bet was that the Chelsea manager, Graham Potter, would get sacked within 2 to 3 weeks, but somehow he's still got his job. Now Rio's running me down for a laptop and I gotta give him one, bro.
Do you want something nice?
Oh no, Apple, anything.
Got
man.
an ample.
A what?
Ample.
Ample?
Let me show you.
Ample?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Like a beefed up version of an apple.
But it's got stains all over it.
Just a little wipe that needs to be cleaned up.
What's this?
No battery now. No battery.
What's the memory spec?
Half a gigabyte.
Half a gigabyte?
Yeah.
Can't you move that to like 1 gig for me? How much is it in the shops?
£1,200 brand new in Apple Store. But I can probably do it for you for 65.
65?
Yep.
Sounds good though.
Yeah.
Rio would love this. You got a charger?
No charger.
No charger?
No charger, no battery.
You know what? I gotta pay him my dues. I'll take it.
How do you want to pay?
Card please. Thank you.
Not refundable, by the way. You can't bring it back, yeah?
They can never do it like I. When you see man pull up and slide, man stepped in a room with legends, Rio and Steve, you know it's a vibe. Check the podcast, what you wanna know? Don't ask me, go and ask Joe. If you're talking Premier League, he's on the front line and I gotta go. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. Vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know this.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Joel Beya.
Hang on.
Wearing shades, fresh from a win. We're back on top. Joel Beya. I don't know what you're doing here, Ashley Williams. Stephen Howson, Rio Ferdinand. How's everyone doing?
Why is he wearing sunglasses?
I don't know. He's obviously had a good result because the game in midweek, after that game, he was suicidal and wanted Arteta out. And Nketiah weren't good enough. This weren't good enough.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
weren't good enough.
Stop saying that. You need to stop saying that because he's actually going to think that I said that and I didn't say that. You lot are just getting.
Actually, it was someone else in the group who's an Arsenal fan, actually.
Oh yeah, we put a bit of pressure on him and we boxed.
Man of his word.
Come back with it, bro.
Yeah?
Right.
With what?
Come back with it, man.
So
what I can hear don't sound good. I've got to be honest with you. What I can hear, I'm hearing plastic. I should be hearing a box.
no, sorry, I don't need that.
No,
Am I right or wrong, Ash? Like, them type of bags there ain't a good look.
What did you want?
Man of his word.
What did you want?
Man of his word.
What did you want?
I wanted a brand spanking new Apple laptop.
Well, what we've got you is a new to you, ample.
No.
No battery.
No.
There you go.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, we'll keep that there.
Do you know what? That's from the year you won the Champions League.
No charger, no battery. No charger, no battery.
That'll be hitting the wall at some point during this conversation.
What have you been like that for?
Right, look at that. That is dead.
Ample.
There
you go.
Right,
Feel
cool.
that?
Look how dusty it is.
It's nice and rubberised.
Just a little white.
Sticky. It's sticky. It's sticky. What you been doing on there?
Nah.
Sticky. What's going on, man?
Anyway, guys,
Right, let's
great
get into it
weekend.
anyway.
Let's get into it. Look, I have to be honest with you. Yeah, like I thought you was only coming on for one episode, so I'm gonna have to draw the line here at some point.
Do you not get a match ball now? It's his hat trick.
It's either gonna have to be Joel or Ash, and I'm gonna leave it to the audience to decide. Because
I don't think you want to do this, Joel.
Because no,
I don't think you want to do this, Joel. I don't think you want to do this, Joel.
Do you know what? You're taking it personally.
The tension.
Listen. You're taking it personally. I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm here for a peace offering, man.
Go
if
on,
you
man.
accept that.
I ain't on that.
Whoa.
So you're telling me my peace offering of the Thierry Henry original
Whoa.
swap shirt,
Match worn.
You don't want that?
Whoa.
That's
Whoa,
cool,
we
then.
don't want it.
I'll take that back home. I'll take that back with me. I'll take that back with me and I'll put that in my collection. No worries.
Hang on a minute.
No, we'll
When
keep
did
it
you
up.
get that?
We'll keep the beef up.
When
I
did
came in nice to offer you a peace offering because I know you had a tough week last week.
Let's talk
And we
off
was
air,
worried.
Ash.
We was worried
Yes,
for him.
we was.
Listen, we got the group chat and we had to make another separate one without you to see if you was okay on Wednesday night.
Ash, we need to
All I
talk
was
about
getting
that
was
shirt.
rechecking on him, please. Rechecking on
We need to talk
Joel.
about that shirt, by the way. When did you play? When did you get that?
When
Ash used
he
to play
come
football,
back,
you know this, right?
when he come back and it was the 11-12 I think season.
Yeah, why is he wearing 12?
Because he came.
No.
That's not Thierry Henry's
So what
number,
is it,
man.
like match
He was
worn?
wearing
Yeah.
14 them times.
Theo Walcott.
Yeah, it's true. Match worn.
Yeah, match one. So he come back and then obviously like he's been one of my favourite players. So he come off the bench. We playing at the Liberty. We won 3-2, and I'm man enough to say that I know some players are funny about this, but he come after. I see him warming up. I was like, okay. So he come onto the pitch, and I'm thinking at the end of this whistle, I know it's going to be a madness because we're Swansea and we're nude, and do you know what I mean? And blah blah blah. So as soon as he come on and stood next to me, I didn't even waste no time. I was like, oh, Thierry, like.
Really?
Swap shirts.
During the warm-up or during the game?
No, he come off the bench in the game. In the game, like, you want to swap shirt?
No, when you keep a clean sheet.
He was like, yeah, but the mad thing at the end of the whistle, everyone was coming over to him, and he was like, and he stuck true. He was like, no, I'm swapping with, and obviously I've met him since, and we've kind of worked together and stuff. But there's no way that man was leaving the stadium that day without swapping with me. I needed the shirt in my collection.
And you're saying you're giving that shirt to me?
No, I was. That offer's off the table now. The offer's off the table. I'm not offering it up twice.
Straight or smoke straight.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Before we carry on, I was going to say,
Arsenal fans are normally so rational and calm as well.
Have you ever played against Rio before?
Yeah. So when I was digging out my peace offering, I actually found your shirt from the game. So it was like the one where we had to do the guard of honor for Sir Alex. Remember? Yeah, you scored. Yeah, Vex. You scored. I remember he come up for a corner. I weren't marking you.
You didn't mark.
No, it was Chico. I think was it Vidic? Maybe I was marking. But I remember you coming up. And just fooling around saying to me, you got to watch me, Ash, or something. And then you scored like a half volley. Do you remember? And I was
you both knew Erik at the time then?
Yeah, but we knew each other for ages before that. And he was like saying, you got to watch me, And then he scored as well. And I'm like, I don't even score that many goals, man. And he was laughing after. He's like, I told you to mark me, man.
I was at that stage of my career where I go out for corners and I know I weren't scoring. She's mess about sometimes. So listen, you better. I'm the danger man right now.
Wow. And he scored as well.
Those are finished as well at Rio.
And we got swap shirts that day as well.
Yeah, we did.
But I was going to say as well, because you weren't supposed to be here anyway, but you said you were going to pass by for. I can see now why you wanted to pass by. We'll talk about it later on. But League Cup's coming up. Obviously, you've had the chance to win that. Talk us through what that was like really quickly, man.
I think that people, like, if you play for one of the top 4, 5, 6 teams in the country, then maybe that's the third the third priority for your season. I don't know from your career, but like for us, winning that, we still class it as one of the major trophies in the country to win. And for Swansea, and for such a small club compared to other teams, it was such a massive thing and an honour to be part of that season where we won it. And it's something now when I've retired that I can say, okay, I went up the stairs at Wembley and lifted a cup as captain. So it's, I'm massively proud of that.
Huge.
Man, Ash, listen, we need to talk, man. I'm sorry I came.
No, that's gone.
Are you trying to throw him out the door?
I'm going home with my Thierry shirt, match worn.
I can't believe you even brought that shirt out, by the way, and you declined it before you even knew.
Comment stuff and
you didn't even wait to see what it was, man.
Honestly, do you really want to know what the comments are saying about you right now?
Listen, it don't matter. But listen, you did say that you were going to come in only for 5-10 minutes, so I know you got to shoot, but thanks for coming in though. So
it's all right.
You wanted beef, innit? You wanted. If Arsenal had lost or drawn on the weekend, it would have been a different show. You'd have been here all the whole time.
Listen, I just come in to offer peace. Listen, and you want to keep the beef, so now we keep going with it. Right, cool. I'm done.
If Arsenal lose, mate,
I can't wait. Nah,
but that shirt, like, can I?
The shirt's come, but I'm kind of taking it home, man. I'm putting it next to a real one.
I like that he's offered it. You said no, and there's no way back. There's no way back.
It's gone.
Yeah, but forgiveness, man. Peace.
No, that's.
You know what? This is one of my favourite shirts that I ever swapped, and I was willing to give it up, and more because I was so worried about you last week. You didn't look all right, bro.
We won on the weekend.
No, you know what made me laugh was the picture that you put in the group last week of him after the game they lost. It was hilarious. If you've got that picture, that needs to go up. Unreal.
Well, Ash, thank you very much, and of course you're going to be back on the channel soon, hopefully. And
because I reckon the comments have just replaced you with him.
Yeah, boy, we'll talk about that.
The comments last week.
We'll talk about that later on.
He's just offered it up. Do you want more of me?
In a bit.
Enjoy the show, guys.
Safe. Nice one. Nice seeing, man. Take it easy, yeah. Say hello to the kids.
Oh man, I messed that one up, innit?
You have.
Oh, you
can't
think?
Believe that.
I messed that one up, man.
I know Ash is going here, but what is this, bro?
Huh?
I'm not even joking. Like the bet's a bet.
No, it's ample, innit?
No, bro. Take it to the table. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Bro,
don't even leave it there.
This is what you've been crying for your laptop.
No.
This is what it is, man.
Just throw it on the floor before I dash it.
Listen, I'll drop it by your house later on.
All right.
Wrapped up in this. All right, cool. So when we starting?
I try to help him.
Man United's.
Is Graham Potter still on the job?
Yeah.
That's a bit mad, though.
What's wrong with that? So do you just want to take
What
the
do you
sack?
mean, what's wrong with that?
Do you just want to take the sack?
Do you really want to start there this
No,
week?
do you want to take the
How
sack?
do you get beat by Southampton at home?
Yeah.
How do you manage to do that? That's one of the easiest fixtures in the whole season.
I think Graham Potter, I'll go as far to say I think Graham Potter's got one of the hardest jobs in the league.
Oh, yeah, because he ain't winning, mate. He's made it hard for himself.
No, because what he's been given, it's weird to say that, right?
What?
But he's been given crazy amounts of talent,
What?
right? Listen,
What?
No. And he's a new manager, never dealt with players of that stature and them egos and having to manage that, right? So every week, just imagine this, right? He's going in, yes, he's got great players at his disposal, yeah? But they're not a team, right? He's got a formulated team, but also he's got every week to go in there, pick 11.
Is he coming on the show or something?
Wait.
Why is he getting this sort of treatment?
Wait. He's got to go and pick 11 players, right? Then he's got to disappoint probably another 11 to 15 players.
No, more than that.
So what I'm saying, all players that think they should play. So that conversation's a hard one. You speak to any manager, one of the hardest conversations for a manager is tell a player you're not playing this week.
Mate, he needs to start them conversation on Wednesday to get around everyone.
But then you're playing next week. Do you know what I mean? How do you pick those players back up again? It's hard, man.
Ash nailed it last week when he was talking about when manager goes, I'm going to leave you out, but you play next week. And he goes, all right, what happens if you win 5-0?
Yeah, exactly.
What a line. I never thought of that.
But what I'm saying, yeah, that shows you, that's just one element of how difficult that is. Man management of people. A big number of players as well. Ain't just 2 or 3 a week. It's flipping 10 or double figures a week.
What your point? You on the Curry's
possible reasons. No Curry's. Possible reasons the Chelsea hierarchy haven't sacked him. They believe in the project. Maybe
They spent a lot of money.
Right. They spent a lot of money. Large contract. They don't want to sack him. They don't want to look stupid after spending all the money.
Mudrick was a lot of money.
And they want to prove that they're different from the old regime.
Yeah, I think they're doing it their way, and only time will tell what they're about. Can they withstand the pressure from outside influences like the media, like the fans, to keep with him?
The media's been that strong on him, really.
No, I agree.
They are failing in a big. And I'm not saying his job isn't hard, right? I think it's
tough.
It's a tough job, right? But it's arguably tough at clubs that aren't spending as much as it is as trying to deal with all those personalities.
I think they're tough in equal measures, just different ends of the spectrum.
Rio. I'm sorry, man. Like you can't have there's enough players there for him to also gain confidence from the new players and like make them his players. You know, sometimes you come in and you got great players, but they're just from the old regime. He's had enough of his players come in for him to get some sort of tune from them. My man's hitting. Like it is flat.
None of the
also,
players.
where's the
none of the players?
Do your job or you get dropped.
I want to hear this one.
He walked into a group that was already formulated before he got there. All new signing. All new signing. He didn't walk into a club that was settled in terms of players that have been there for a long time. He walked in after a guy had spent hundreds of millions on new players coming into that squad.
How much has he spent?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but so he's still new players. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Normally, you go into a club, a new manager goes into a club, right, who probably 80 to 90% of that squad is quite settled. They've been there, average probably 2, 3, 4 years each year, and then you've got a sprinkling of new players. He's more or less got about 9 or 10 new players before he got there that are new to that squad, then signs, then gets another probably 9 or 10 new players.
Yeah,
it's mental.
Does that excuse them being 10th?
No, but I'm not saying, I'm not excusing that. I'm just saying, don't look at this as like, because he spent money, it's an easy job. There's a lot of things going, I reckon, even though he's getting money against him.
I don't look that far down the table.
That.
Yeah, 10th.
It's hard. It's hard, man. Hard job. It's a hard job at the best of times.
You know what? I can't believe he's kept his job. Fair play to the board for trusting in him, because the fans, I speak to fans, obviously just doing my research. Look, I'm just saying, I don't want him out. As an Arsenal fan,
bloody hell, it don't sound like it. Jesus.
As an Arsenal fan,
I won't want to see you what you're like when you want him out.
I am happy.
Didn't you literally have a bet that
I am happy.
that bullshit there came out of someone wanted someone getting the sack.
And Nima got you that, by the way. Nima from the laptop shop.
Listen,
so shout out to Nima.
Nima just
also does typewriters, I believe.
You know, but yeah, like the way I see it, I want him to stay as long as possible. Obviously, from football fans' perspective, and let's be real, Chelsea, they're going to bounce back though.
Bro,
I'm not really worried about
anyway. Why are you wearing shades?
Because we won, innit? Because we won on the weekend.
Oh my God.
Did you see...
Is this how low the bar is now?
Did you see the hard time you guys gave me on this channel last week? People were saying they watched the last video 2-3 times.
Just take it down. Just take it down. The reason you got a hard time is because on Monday we sat here and you're like, well, we're obviously beating City. The reason you got a hard time is you tossed it up. All we had to do was volley it in.
Yeah,
and the eulogy.
The eulogy was the killer. When you done that, there's still, I don't know how many points there are to play for, and you're reading out eulogies.
Look, guys,
You deserve
We played
everything you get.
we played 23 games.
I think
There is 15 games to go.
I think
Is it a 2-horse or a 3-horse race?
that's a question for you.
I've just asked you that.
No, I
you
wanna
don't,
ask
what
you.
you don't
No,
do is you
I'm
don't
asking you.
answer questions with a question. I've just asked a man a question, and now he's asking me a question.
I'm asking
How's
you.
that
Do
happen,
you know
Steve?
why I'm asking you? Because I see the way you guys are talking in the group chat now. After beating Leicester, what did you put in the group chat?
I just went, hang on, let's get it up, because I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
No,
it was
answer
Very,
question,
chill.
though.
very
We was
comfortable.
calm.
I've never seen you
You're out here
guys
booking
so
parties and
comfortable.
stuff like that, but all we said, we'll find
Top
it.
bus already booked.
Yeah, it was.
According to
be fair.
Joe.
To me, I was talking to Tottenham fans at the Tottenham Stadium saying, yeah, I was.
All I put was,
You said something like easy or something like
I put light work,
Yeah.
and Rio put no long talk, right? So what's your problem?
It was too confident. I've never
It was
heard you
confidence.
guys. I've never heard you guys so calm.
Can't win.
And I thought to myself, hang on a minute, you guys think you're in a title race.
Hang on,
innit?
no. You're just extrapolating things that aren't existing.
Do you think you're in a title race, yes
Hang
or
on.
no?
I've asked you that first. I've asked you to answer that. But don't ask me the question after that.
You watch United Leicester. Was it light work for United?
After the first half an hour.
Was it like
You know
work
what?
for
Let's
United?
talk about that, by the way. Right?
Man won't answer a question.
Wait. Let's talk about that, by the way. You guys could have been 2-0 down. David De Gea, great saves, man.
180 clean sheets. But that doesn't go past the question I asked you initially.
Yeah, he really kept you
Is it
guys
a
in
2 or 3-horse race, you think?
Let us know
Joel?
in the comments. Will Joel answer a question this week? Yes or no?
Listen. So are we moving on to the United game? Might as well.
I've only asked you a question for
Can
the
you
first
answer a
time.
question?
Let's move on to the United
Is it a
game.
2-horse or 3-horse race? That's
How
all I'm
hard is it
asking.
to answer a question? Answer the question.
What's so hard about
I
that?
don't have to answer what I don't want to answer. What's the pressure?
What,
about?
you in court here?
Yeah, could be.
You're not in court, bro. What's
With
going on?
all the comments
you're
and
allowed to wear
everything,
shades in
I can
court.
literally see the comments going down.
What do you think? Listen, genuinely, what do you think the race is? 2 or 3-horse race?
I'll reply to you after the Anfield
All right.
versus
Will you answer
Liverpool
this
versus
then?
Man United game.
Was United Leicester light work?
I think it ended up light work. I don't think it started.
Yes
that
was the
easy.
answer then, just
no,
for the record,
But,
yes.
but it's not as simple as that, though, Steve. It ended up light work, but in the beginning, you guys could have been.
Okay. So
you guys
that was
could have
like-
been down
so it
2-0.
was light work,
And on
okay.
top of that, Sabitzer, oh my word, should have got a red
that
card.
tackle was mad.
So me saying light
my
work,
days, you could have
and
killed
Rio
him.
saying no
Coulda
long talk,
killed him.
and you've made this whole massive deal out of it,
Coulda killed
and you
him.
actually agree.
Could have killed him.
Mad,
Make
bro.
that make sense.
Was it a red card?
I'm
Yes
so
or no?
looking forward
Was
to
it a red
actually
card? Yes or
placing
no?
What?
Was it a red card?
No. For starters,
You're a liar,
the whistle had already been blown for the foul beforehand. The ball wasn't even in play. No
It was
red card.
dangerous play, but the whistle had gone. So do with that what you want.
Could have
He's
killed
obviously gone for the ball as well,
Ball
And-
weren't there though.
and
Weren't
he's
there.
just thrown.
Coulda
he's
killed
just
him.
The
thrown
ball weren't there. Could have killed him.
I'm telling you, could it? But yeah, end of the day, United really tidy finish.
I
The
like.
boy
Do
Rashford.
you know what I like? I mean, Rashford. I can't keep that every week. This is
but
at the
he's
moment
he's the best player in the world right now.
on form, no doubts.
He is.
It's
you see
weird.
his
It's
tweet?
weird. I went.
Did you see his tweet?
What was it?
I'm gonna have to show you his tweet.
He's not dropping bombs.
Oh my god! Right, I'm gonna have to show you this tweet because this is a mad one.
What did I say?
By his standards, this is a mad one. What do you mean? What did I say?
You're gonna have
Let
to
me
send
find
to
it.
Deck to
Come on,
put it
this
I
on the
will.
screen.
Play. I get a lot of
Go on,
tweets.
carry on, Rio.
No, what I liked about the game of the weekend, David De Gea making 2 big, massive saves at 0-0 early in the game. But the way the manager reshaped things, Sancho, a little bit in the 10 coming inside, it was just those little details of a manager influencing the game. And like we said that over the years with United, like, can the manager impact the result? That's when you see, when you know you've got a top manager. Pep does it with decisions. Klopp's done it in recent years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the way that Ten Hag just made the shift, in the game at the
Have
weekend
you deleted this tweet?
was really, really, really impressive.
He's deleted his tweet.
Yeah, and even the way he's handled the Sancho situation for me, like looking in from the outside, I go, he's done really good there, man. Like he really has. Now Sancho coming back, you can feel like he's thriving off the confidence of Rashford. He's getting involved.
Yeah, I
Even
think
Bruno
that's
on the right, I thought, don't know if this is going to work, but he seems to be finding his feet. 2 great assists.
I think you need a good environment for these lads to flourish. All Martinelli needs is a trademark celebration,
Like Rashford.
like Rashford. For what?
What do you mean for what?
What was the relevance of that tweet?
Rashford's out here banging in his 24th goal of the season, and so I replied with that.
He had
about 17 more goals.
I love him. I think Martinelli's a really good player, but you can't put him in Rashford's bracket right now.
I'm not really saying that because I've already said that Rashford's the best player in the world. I'm just saying that he needs a trademark celebration. That's it.
And a bit of talent.
Rashford's. I found out today, but I went to Carrington today on an interview.
I see you with Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno, and it was good. Saw Kath, been there 56 years, a lady, like ridiculous. But the celebrations mentality, nice, isn't it? Simple, but it's just travelled massively. Everyone around the world's doing it now. All the young kids scoring goals. That's the impact that Rashford had, man.
Do you know what? Seen it every week. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Martinelli might have a trademark. Wouldn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, so it goes back to the question.
The vibes at Carrington, at Old Trafford,
Eddie back.
have changed dramatically.
You've been there for every manager as well, haven't you?
Yeah, for a positive. It's just become more positive. The ambience in the place.
Are they allowed chips?
The cafeteria area has even changed. It's like everything's changed there. It's like
what changed? It looks changed.
Like looks different, feels different.
Because of what Ronaldo said, or was it like just changing anyway?
I don't know if reaction to that, but it's just like it is. The feeling when you walk in there, man. I've had very, very negative vibes.
Wait, let him finish. Go on.
No, over the years it's been quite negative when I've walked through the corridors at the training ground. And I walked through there today and I was like, it filled me with like, you got a little smile. I was on my own walking back out of the training ground through the corridors. And I stood there and I just like smiled a little bit. It's just weird to say like, I can sense something happening here now. I don't know what it is, don't know where it's going to get to. But there's the ambience is very different. There's a confidence throughout the place, and the confidence isn't about the players alone. It's the staff. I can sense something with the staff. They're all more upbeat, happy to be in at work every day, and that's all been generated and created by Erik ten Hag and his team in terms of his management team and some people behind the scenes. Because it's not one person, I don't think, that's able to change a whole culture at the football club. It's a group. It's a real collective kind of approach and a collaborative approach. And I think they're on the right path right now. And given they're in the running for 4 trophies still at the moment, not that I think they'll win 4, but they're in the running.
More games than anyone in Europe this year.
Yeah, and they've been fantastic of late. So it's just it's nice to go to Carrington, Old Trafford, and feel more optimistic than negative.
Who did you see? Drop some names for me. Who did you see?
And how were you welcomed as well? No. Who you seen? How are you welcomed?
Yeah, lovely. It was nice. I mean, I was interviewing Bruno, so obviously that was cool. That was nice. Done a good interview with him. But it's seeing Marcus just smiling. I've said this for so many times. I almost swore then, sorry. But I've said it so many times. Like, just seeing him smile, there's a different vibe about him. He's enjoying himself. There's a spring in his step.
I should hope he's
Jaden as well. Did
you chat to them?
Yeah, I had a nice chat, man. It was nice just to see them. Malacia as well. There's nice vibes in the place. Obviously, you see all the other guys who were training as well. But the vibe, even while they're training, while they're out in the rondos, etc., there's an energy there that I probably didn't see for a while when I've ever been there. Not that I've been there loads.
Bit of a steeliness going on?
Well, again, that's another thing. At United now, I'm looking at the team, and what have we been crying out for over the years? Character. Leaders. Not a leader or a character. You want characters. Like, you want a number of them. And you look through the team now, David De Gea, character. I don't know if there's been many more goalkeepers criticised as much.
This season, Luke
Shaw, come back from the dead almost at times under different managers. Now he's a mainstay in this team. Wherever happens, he plays. You've got now 2 centre-halves, Martinez and Varane.
You met him,
leaders. I just said hello to him today, but stern handshake. That's enough for me. Then you've got Casemiro. They ain't got to say nothing about him. Then you've got Bruno who's leading, who's got the armband. Rashford's leading by example with the confidence and the goals. So the spine of the team now looks like there's characters there, and because they're starting to win and they've built confidence and form, you're starting to see the best of it, and that's all backed and pushed by the management and their team.
Can I ask, I know everyone's going to say, oh, you love bringing it back to Arsenal, but I think this is a good question because you were there. When you went to the Arsenal training ground earlier on this season, What were the comparisons and the differences, would you say?
I didn't get to go and see the first team as closely as I got with Man United.
Okay.
So I couldn't really compare. But just speaking to Mikel Arteta, you can see there's an underlying steeliness with him. There's a real desire to win. And he, very much like Erik ten Hag, had some big decisions to make early in his tenure. And they've proved to be right, Mikel Arteta, because of where they are now and what they're doing. And they're hard decisions, but strong decisions, and he's been very brave in his decisions, and it's played out well for him. Ten Hag is going down along just the same route in that sense.
That's enough for me. What about now when you compare that to when you were at Frank Lampard's training session when he was Chelsea manager?
It's difficult because when I went there, I was really impressed. If we look back at the clips that when I was talking about...
It's on this channel, isn't it?
Yeah, my time when I went there.
We can throw it up on a shorts.
He was... I went there and he was on the training pitch. He was the voice. Drilled the whole training session. You could see the players were feeding off him. That was in a good moment when I went there as well, by the way. So I was like, "Whoa, this looks like." I didn't know what to expect, but it was really good. It's like a shooting drill, Frank Lampard. So it was good.
Yeah.
It suits him. Do you know what I mean?
But that wasn't the issue, though, was it?
No, don't start, mate.
The issue was
No, I'm not being a dick about it.
No, but I think the
saying.
issue with Frank, I think with hindsight, he'd probably tell you himself. I think it was dealing with the characters and the people in the club was probably one of the biggest issues he had at Chelsea in that time. I think we're still waiting to hear and see what was the problems at Everton and what kind of unfolded behind the scenes that led to him getting the sack there. But I would say, like, obviously there was big players that he'd left out at Chelsea. Those big players ended up coming back in and playing under Tuchel, and they became quite successful.
We're trying to analyse it as neutrally as possible and not be a dick about it and not take the piss, because obviously I like to do it with Lampard. I genuinely thought that the defensive structure and how they were defensive transition was just so wide open. That's what I thought was the issue, both at Chelsea and at Everton, and even I thought they rode their luck with that a little bit at Derby, but they had better players than most at Derby, and I think that's why they got away with it. They could attack with a little bit of swagger about them because they had the likes of Mount and stuff there.
Well, you're right, because when Tuchel came, that's the first thing he changed. Defensively, they became
Rudiger
tight
came back in.
everything.
He
Yeah,
went on a big clean sheet spree, didn't he?
And I think that's, but that's Frank maybe trying, in his own mind, trying to be brave and play a more progressive style of football. But sometimes you might be got to tailor that to the players that you've got. But listen, I can't wait to hear Frank when he speaks about this and how it went and the reasons as to why he got relieved of his duties. Because I think it's interesting to see as well a former teammate, a young English manager. What's the things that he got wrong? How honest is he going to be with that? How open is he going to be with that? It's be interesting to see.
I'm going to move it on to Newcastle versus Liverpool. I'm speaking to some Liverpool fans, and they believe that they could creep back in there.
Yeah, they do. They
Top
do believe
four
that.
still a possibility. They played really well.
What are they? 8 points, 7 or 8 points off of Spurs.
Well, and Spurs, I don't know how Spurs are where they are.
Nor do I.
It seems like they're
Harry
losing
Kane.
every week,
It's
but
Harry
it's just
Kane.
it's unbelievable, man. So
Without Harry Kane, top four, though.
Without
How
Harry
far
Kane,
are
they're in
Liverpool top
relegation
four?
battle, Spurs.
yeah, no, it's true. But the question is, does he move to United? Yes or no, man?
Who? Harry Kane?
Yeah.
No, table.
I reckon
Tibbs,
Harry
yeah,
Kane.
Tibbs.
If I'm a betting man, I'm going to say I reckon Harry Kane stays at Spurs
Yeah, I think so as well.
and just goes outright for the goal scoring record.
I can't believe that.
What do you mean?
To me, that makes zero sense.
Why?
We believe on this table that there's no doubt he is a great goal scorer. No doubt.
Facts.
One of the best I've ever seen. Looks like he's moving in slow-mo, great range of passing, short, far, can score goals for days in any team. Why are you not going for trophies, bruv? Like, the golden boot, to me, you're not even going to get that, by the way, because Haaland's taking that. What is it? Like you said, unless he comes out and says, I love Tottenham, this is my club, and, that's it, then I just don't get it, because when you retire and you've got all these other players flaunting your trophies, what are you going to say? Don't matter, I've got the most appearances and goals for Tottenham. Is that enough?
For most people, I don't think it would be, but every man to their own. Like, I think Harry Kane, if he came out and said that, I'd respect him. It wouldn't be what I would do or what I'd done or I would aim to do, but everyone to their own. But one thing I did say on that point you just mentioned there, I said that the other week, that I just want him to come out and tell us, so we're all aware of what he wants to do. But again, this is a business. He's up for renegotiation soon for a new contract. If he just says yes, I want to be a Spurs player,
he's gonna get low money.
He's bargaining power's gone. So you have to respect that, and you have to play the waiting game. But I'd like, if he does re-sign, I want that explanation.
Imagine Wayne Rooney never left Everton, and he just stayed at Everton, and then became top goal scorer, and that's it. The Wayne Rooney that we know and love as football fans, mate. It's not there, and that's Harry Kane right there. Different players, of course, but that is him right there. That's it.
Yeah,
Imagine you stayed at Leeds.
Your boyhood club.
I wouldn't. West Ham. I wouldn't have won anything really. So that's just the way it goes.
I mean, there's always that thing in it about
Intertoto Cup.
West Ham won it into Toto.
You won it, yeah?
Yeah, big
in the three teams win it at the same time.
Yeah, we shared it with about.
Is it?
Yeah, about 4.
Have you not? Do you not know? Go, you research the Intertoto.
Right, is that how it works?
I don't even consider it a trophy.
Oh wow!
I've got stuff in from like my old five-a-side tournaments as a kid. Yeah, five-a-side tournaments as a kid that I consider more important. I won Sunday League trebles and that. More important. Serious.
That's something we need to delve into at one point. You at Sunday League when you was like 14, 15, whenever. Or whenever it was you stopped
12, 13, I was centre midfield scoring goals. In our school team, scoring 8 or 9 goals a game.
Gakpo.
But you can't go from me banging in goals and tearing up people and then going to Gakpo.
We can. Gakpo's looking like the real deal right now, isn't it?
What?
He's starting to pick up a little bit. He is in the last couple of weeks.
He's picked up, but he's got a lot to do, man.
Weird.
I like
segue.
Him, Nunes. I think Nunes. I know Nunes is a bit still rough.
I liked about Nunes. I saw a quote from Nunes after. He said, "I'm a bit like Suarez. Second season, I'll come good. Done it at Benfica. We're going to keep that quote. I think he will.
You see that goal was good. Did you see the goal?
Yeah, nice finish. But I think he will come good. I think he's got all the attributes that a defender doesn't like to play against. He's aggressive, he's strong, he wants to run behind, he's a nuisance.
Agreed.
He's a bit unpredictable.
He's had more shots than a stag do in Tenerife.
Oh man, I should have. You know what? The segue should have been from West Ham to Moyes.
Oh god.
That should have been the segue because you put it in the group, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you put?
They're in the relegation zone.
Yeah. What are the results this weekend, by the way?
Yeah.
All the Southampton, Bournemouth, like West Ham getting
Nottingham Forest
getting a draw against City. Like all the teams at the bottom, you're thinking were dead and buried, getting big results. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Moyes,
he deserves the grace. What he's done at West Ham in the last couple of years, he's been nothing short of phenomenal. But it's been a big decline since then.
What's West Ham fans saying? Because I know your kids are big West Ham fans still.
Yeah, I think he's got the grace. He's got a bit of time. Still got time.
He deserves it.
But I think I watched them against Chelsea the other day and they give a good account of themselves, man. I'm thinking there's no way they're going to be in trouble. They'll be all right. But then they're so inconsistent at the moment.
I think they've been consistent.
Consistently poor. But they give you a good 10 minutes and then they fall off.
Yeah. We have to mention this because Jack's been on my case. Fulham 6th in the Premier League.
Hey, are they going to be in Europe again?
That's a big shout.
I'll be honest, yeah, if you're Jack, you're hoping they don't get in Europe because they could get relegated next season if they go in Europe.
He thought he was going to get big ups this week. Mate, it's not, but they've done well.
That's unfair. That is unfair. No,
they've been brilliant.
We told you Mitrovic was the real deal.
You did.
You put me in your fantasy team and at the beginning of the season I was going, what are you playing at? And then he went on some mad spree early on, remember?
Yeah, he's
fell off.
He's been a little bit patchy.
You still got him in?
Real, right? Here's what you do with your fantasy team. You pick it for week 1, you talk all sorts of mad shit about it, and you never look at it again. That's the rules, right?
Yeah.
The answer is yes, basically. No, they're doing well though. Like honestly, they are above.
Man gets assists.
They're above Liverpool, Chelsea, Brentford, Brighton, Villa, flying. You know,
and that's another manager who probably from a lot of people would have been thrown on the scrap heap and told, no, don't come back. You've had your chance, hasn't worked. And all of a sudden he's come back into Fulham and no one saw him doing this.
No. Not
at all. And he's just took this team out of nowhere.
Andres
Great recruitment.
Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira.
Willian.
In midfield. Willian. But who's there from Sporting has been in midfield?
Paulinho.
Been brilliant off the ball.
He's a snippet. They got him for 20 mil.
Yeah, it's mad.
Bargain.
Mad, 20 mil's a snip.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Mate, United get charged 20 mil for a phone call.
It's true because the way people got you paying for things, oh boy.
We paid that for free transfers.
That is funny, man. Yeah, man, it's looking crazy. But I want to move it on as well. Nottingham Forest, City.
Massive.
That's big result. Big result.
You was screaming when
Big
that result.
result. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
This is what tells me that the league is not over and there's 3 months left. And I know you guys think you're in the title race, whether you say it or not. 3 months is a long time.
Do you think we're in a title race?
I'm not here to answer that. But what I'm saying is there's a long time to go.
Swear to God, if we finish above you this year,
Bruv.
I don't even care. If
This is what you think you will, innit? Say it.
I think we'll finish above you.
Do you?
I think we got a chance.
No,
I think us being in too many competitions, which they're not, by the way.
I think Arsenal will finish above it.
I think we win more than you this year.
That's a possibility.
Possibility?
Yeah, because
Say probability.
because I don't think we took the FA Cup seriously at all. I think even though we played it with City, I think the subconscious mentality when
You're in
we
one
lost
competition.
that-
You don't think you took it seriously?
No, we didn't. Not the FA Cup. What have you heard about Arsenal fans since we lost it? If we ever lost out to anybody in that round, you would have heard something. But because we're so
focus is
focused on the
elsewhere.
league, you haven't even heard us. You ain't said anything. You know, and
What did I say to you the other day about the impact of your result against? I said that in the group, didn't I? The impact of the. I've been in a situation where I've been in a changing room. We played West Ham away, and Chelsea were losing as we went out for the warm up. Came back in. I think it was Everton or something like that. Came back in. They turned it round and won the game just before we went out for the game.
Kicking the bollocks.
And it felt like, I said in the group, like this could have a massive impact on the performance for City after the way that Arsenal came back. Looked like they might lose, might draw, then actually snatch the game and win the game. And that's what it can happen in the title race at this stage. There's so many different emotions that happen and twists and turns. Yeah, it's crazy that a result just before your game can absolutely destabilise the team on the way out.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, man.
Like, serious, like, don't laugh at me. Even you guys in the comments. Do you reckon I was too emotional when we lost the Arsenal and the City game? No, seriously.
No,
seriously.
No. I'm not even lying.
Do you know why? Do you know what I'm asking?
Why?
Because Arsenal unfollowed me on Instagram. You
No
know?
way.
Yeah, big man ting. No, I'm not even lying. Like, I went there the other day. Like,
Please send me that clip. Thank you.
No, like, dead serious.
Don't lie.
I'm being serious. You remember you told me, like, you was just like, oh, what's up with that marketing guy? And he
Yeah.
got back to me. I was just thinking, rah, why is he not?
They unfollowed you.
No, seriously.
Why though? Why?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
No, you know what it was? I think it was because when you was going outside and you was trying to get interviews and people were just blanking you.
But is that my fault though?
No, but it's like you're a reflection of the Arsenal fan base. Just it wasn't good for. It wasn't a good look for them.
But you were laughing in the group though.
No, I was crying. But you know what it is?
What?
It is comedy when you lot get beat, bro. Because it's just because you're just die hard. Arsenal.
But it's like, do you know
All
how
Arsenal fans just
but this is what
overreaction
you guys need to
Yeah.
remember, and I keep saying this. It's been
you see
so
that?
long.
Yeah, but we're 10 years deep. The last time we won a title, he won it. Do you know what I mean? He's retired nearly 10 years.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit harder for us because we know that financially, if these Qataris take over, by the way, I don't know if you've heard any more news about it. It would be great to give us
Well,
insight.
We're going to win 10 Premier Leagues in 5 seasons.
And I want to say,
That's
no,
how
you're
much we're
not.
gonna win.
I want to say, no, you're not, but it's a possibility. So if we don't take advantage, we are finished. And I can say that now because they don't follow me anymore.
But you know, if we do get to Qataris, right?
Yeah.
And they've got loads of money, etc. You're still kind of governed by FFP.
We know. We know. Because I think we learned from the lessons of City. We set up better fake companies,
Okay.
right? And we put
Wow.
more fake money into them, and we cheat better.
Wow. Allegedly, that's allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Allegedly.
alleged. I think they was proven, but they couldn't charge them because it was over 5 years.
Is that in the court of law?
That was the Court of Arbitration for Sports ruling. You're right to be scared
Scared? Are you scared?
Of what?
Of what, Steve?
of what's coming with United if we get bought out.
I am a fan.
You're scared?
No, I'm a fan.
Yes was the answer.
No, I am a fan. Can I finish? I am a
But
fan
it's another foot now.
that is aware of the environment.
Aware?
Yeah.
Shitting it.
Aware?
I'm aware of the environment. Nah, I'm aware. That means scared, by the way, for you guys who don't know. I'm aware of the environment, and I believe that if you're in any business
Sobbing. Absolutely
institution, you have to make the right moves in order to retain your place at the top.
Yeah, screwed.
Yeah, you're in
But
trouble.
what I was trying to say to you is, Arsenal fans, you just look at mine and Rio's reactions. You guys are too high, too low.
Yeah.
There's no even keel with you
Gotta
guys.
be balanced, man.
United win, smashing performance against Leicester. I'm like,
the guy that
boom.
used to be annoyed with Luke Shaw every week. When's Ashley Young coming on the show? Did my man do looping Cruyff turns for an hour and put it on YouTube? Get out of here, Steve. Steve.
Listen, let me tell you what it is, right?
Yeah, text him. Text Ashley Young. Go on, text him.
I'll do a video for him if you want.
Yeah, go on. No, just text him.
When you coming on, man?
Here's what
Talk
happened.
about high and low, ups and downs.
Exactly like one of his crosses, it failed to hit the target. That's what happened.
Really
Hey,
quickly.
Ash can cross the ball, bruv. What are you
Yeah,
chatting
of course
about?
he can cross the ball, not to one of our players. If you wanted to go out for a throw-in or to lose possession, no problem.
Can you get Ash's assists up?
Yeah.
I can get you how many times he had 0 out of 11 crosses as well if you want.
Can we go on to Arsenal and then I'll bring it back in halfway
Go on,
through?
then.
Man, try to cross the street
Go
on
on,
the same
go on.
side.
Steve, you do the Arsenal section. I want to hear you.
I can't tell you the level of anger I felt watching I was at the pitch at the time. Our games got called off. We're looking at 35 games, Rio, without a game. 35 days without a game. A league game.
Who?
Paddock.
Why?
Probably shouldn't get into it. But
It's
it's 35 days without a league
ain't
game.
that great, you know.
So anyway, I went and watched our reserve teams, bit of support, and I see it's 2-1. Getting well excited. up the Villa, right? And then I see they pulled it back, and I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take a 2-all. Take a 2-all. How long's gone? 90 minutes. Don't worry about it. It's over.
Yeah, them assists ain't worth bringing up still.
What was it? 93rd minute for the first one.
I just
Could have thrown my phone in the fourth one, wasn't it?
still.
Yeah, but how many times have United done it to other teams where we scored late?
Wasn't happy though.
It's deflating, I tell you.
Just bring him on. He'll defend himself. I think he'll do a better job than.
Wait, by the way, I can't believe you're coming for Ashley Young. He's a proper player, bro.
I would have had him.
I'll
at
tell you a
Arsenal.
few things. He is not the worst captain this football club's had in the last 10 years. By a long way.
Yeah, but no, is he a good player or not?
Yeah, he is.
In the context of what?
Is he a good player or not? Would you look at Ashley and go, he's a good player?
Or a good United player or a good player?
No, a good player. Just in general, he's a good player.
Right, so that's not a good United player then.
You don't think he's a good United player?
No.
I think that's rubbish. I think he is a good United player. He suffered from being in a bad team in a bad era because you can take Chelsea players now. They're all playing like they're trash. Even Enzo.
What about the year we won a league?
When he was a winger,
Yeah.
he was better as a winger than a defender, for sure.
Of course, he's played his whole career as a winger. So you're judging him as a fullback now?
Yeah. But also,
Come on, bruv.
also, even when he was a winger, I hated his crossing.
He was decent. I remember when he slapped a couple past us. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah, but
8-2 game.
you remember these things, but
And even when he was playing
you're
as a
watching the
false
90
nine for
minutes,
England,
just watching-
at one point,
he was one of the first names on the team sheet for England, by the way.
Bad, like bad. I'm
do you know what it
talking
was?
false nine.
This is what happens all the time.
I want this same energy when he's here. I don't want the Pochettino vibe I got.
What do you mean,
Remember
yeah.
when Pochettino come in the studio?
he was on good behaviour.
Maurizio Pochettino.
And he asked him after,
Can
what
I
do you
have a
think?
picture, please?
Oh, he's not a good
I
manager,
do
but
not
he's a
want
right
this
person.
energy.
That didn't
I
happen.
want the same energy.
Starters, that didn't happen. I don't know what you're on about with that.
Respect what you do, Mr. Pochettino. I don't want this. I want the same energy.
My nana's a lovely fella.
Can I get a picture, please, Maurizio? After you came in for months.
Did that happen?
What? Did you ask him for a picture?
Yeah.
Did you take a picture of him?
No.
Don't lie.
No, I didn't.
All right, I'm going to get the picture and put it on.
There's no picture.
By the way, we need to start
I'll get a
something
picture.
called Pull It Up. Was it?
Yeah.
Pull it up.
Just pull up.
Pull it up. If you guys can give us the link or tell us where we can find a video of something that we've done and we've denied, and if you can find it, we'll give you guys a gift.
Yeah.
Every single time. We'll pick
no post
someone
picture.
and we'll give you guys
I
a
just
United
want-
shirt, sign, tickets, whatever.
Can we get it live? I want the same energy when Ashley Young's here. Please.
What energy do you think I'm not going to bring?
Look, we have to release this Bible 5. It's already
Are
going
we
to come
acting
out
like the man didn't try and do a Cruyff turn in the new camp?
We got to move on.
When the man was 20 yards away from him.
Look, we got to move on.
But listen, you're judging him on a one moment. It's like you can't.
Let's take it back to Olympiacos. You was in that game?
Come on, mate.
Was you playing in that game?
I'm telling you.
Was you playing in that game? Don't jolt me
No,
now.
I don't think
I want
I
to
was.
answer the game.
I just want to say
Olympiacos where? Blue kit? Remember it?
I might have been, yeah. Actually.
Right, okay. Hang on,
Guys.
this is important, right? So, that game, Ashley Young, he's going down the wing. He's done. He's got into a great position, and he's putting no-look crosses into the box for fucking no one, Rio.
I don't even remember that. Right?
I don't remember either. It's just the way you say it.
I just know that.
About 14 of them.
I know good players and I know bad players. Ashley Young's a good player. Trust me.
All right, well, the criticism that he was levelled at, I never get it personal, because I never do that. I don't believe in that. I'll keep it purely on what happens in them white lines. And what happened in them white lines was he was extremely
just
wasteful.
another thing is: are you only judging him as a Man United player, or are you judging him in his entirety of his career?
I only really watched him at United.
Because he was killing it at Villa, I'll tell you that.
I find him extremely frustrating. And do you know what it is? We're talking about things being an even keel, right?
Great professional.
I would say something on... And do you know what? I've heard that a lot, and I will give him a lot of credit for that. And the youngsters that I chat to say he was always good with his time for him, always got a lot of advice.
What he's doing at his age and not being a top professional.
So, yeah, I'd never heard anything negative about, he's out on a smash or anything like that. Never heard anything like that.
He loved the night out.
Right? Not to the detriment of his career, though.
Yeah.
Well, he's still playing now.
Yeah, of course.
So there you go. So he's not obviously one that's done too much of that.
Can't believe that you're coming from that.
Anyway, what it was is I might have just said something in passing in a match review or something like that, and I didn't think Ashley was very good. And then people act like they've just seen a Ballon d'Or performance. So then you defend it, and then you dig in a little bit then, don't you? And explain why it's bad. And then it looks like you're just going in on the guy all the time. When really, it's like Arsenal. You don't really hate Arsenal. You just hate the fans.
Well, do you hate the fans at Arsenal?
Don't you?
Some of them I don't like. Just like you say, it's the so high and so low. It's like a roller coaster of emotions.
Guys, Man United are playing Newcastle in the League Cup final on Sunday.
Yeah,
right?
First trophy down.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, what do we need to ask you about Thursday? It was something we needed to ask you about Thursday just gone with Ash. Ash said it before.
Yeah, so what do you reckon anyway?
Well, you're talking about League Cup, winning the League Cup or something?
No, it was actually the Barcelona. We were talking about this week being a mad week for United. Obviously, we got Leicester's been...
So a big couple of weeks, by the way. West Ham in the Cup as well.
Yeah, then it's Liverpool's our next league game.
Yeah, so big week. Could be a season-defining week.
Yep, massive. How do you think we're going to do Sunday?
I think we'll win. I think Pope being out's a massive plus for Man United.
Cheered that like a goal, mate.
Yeah, it was huge. But
you're laughing at.
Yeah, I think there's a desperation within the walls at Carrington and Old Trafford to win and get this trophy, because this will signify a lot. It'll be a big kind of point in the right direction for the manager. What he's trying to implement is right. This justifies a lot of what he's putting into this team on a training pitch within the culture of the football club.
Did you watch the session when he was there today?
Yeah.
An actual session, or just the
Is that the one? It was the day after the game, wasn't it? So it weren't like the full team weren't there.
Well, I know what he's like on a pitch, just because I can, in my head, I can see what he's like.
Laser focused on detail. You know what I mean? And culture and driving that. And there's the togetherness of the squad. You can see it. Even in the warm up, I'm seeing things in the warm ups. There's a togetherness, a focus. All of us getting tuned in. Like, all the best teams have that. You get yourself tuned in. It takes a few of you to be dragging a few along, because there's going to be one or two or three or four who ain't in the zone yet, who have to be coaxed into it or jolted into it. And I'm seeing little themes constantly, consistently.
So we had 3 games to win this week. Arguably the one that we could have dropped points on is the one yesterday.
Yeah.
How many are we getting out of 3?
So we won against Leicester. We'll beat Newcastle.
What about
I think we'll beat Barcelona as well.
3 out of 3.
We'll go through against Barcelona, and
days.
I think we'll win the game against Newcastle. He rested Rafael Varane for the game on this Thursday.
Sundays might have to be a bit of a session.
if we
do all 3.
Just remember,
what are we doing on Monday?
Wait. So if we win on Sunday, win the Carabao Cup, are you out on it?
Rio. I've already got I booked my hotel after the first leg.
No, all I'm saying.
Wow.
All I'm saying. The
Carabao Cup.
The reason why I say that is because when we used to play, and we won the Carabao Cup, there was no celebration. There was no like.
This is why you got to call Ben Foster.
Yeah, cool.
Man.
Do you know what?
It's
Though?
mad.
I don't play for United.
No, I know, but it's like
I can go out.
The feeling, it's. But what I mean, I understand the enormity of this game. It's enormous, this game for Man United, because it's the sign of new times.
It just shows how far you've fallen.
But ask the boys in 1992 if they went out when we won it then.
Yeah, but again, 1992, hadn't won much before then.
Correct.
Yeah.
So do you think they went out? Lee Sharp and Robbo.
All right, guys, shows how much you've fallen. Let's move on. By the way, we're going to the best. We're going to the best awards on Monday. By the way,
oh, can't wait.
Just letting you know, we're going to have some top tier players.
Are we going to celebrate our League Cup win that night?
Could be a messy one. That trip could be messy.
For 2/3 of the trio, it might be.
Yeah.
Literally.
There could be a depression over there. Just depending on the result, which what happens all the time.
Come on, we're back.
You get beat at the week, you might not make the trip.
Have you noticed? I wore my shades. throughout the whole episode.
Yeah,
Brilliant
cool.
stuff.
What are you
Okay.
wearing next week?
Shades again. All right, I'm going to wrap it up
playing this
quickly. So we got Brentford 1, Crystal Palace 1.
Who have you got this week coming at Arsenal?
I know we got Everton coming up.
Oh
Let me
gosh, you
double
don't
check.
want Daesh. You don't want Daesh coming to town. It ain't Everton.
He loves playing
Yeah,
at
he
Arsenal,
never-
doesn't he?
Sorry, hold on.
They just played Arsenal.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we got them on the 1st of March. Yeah.
Is it?
Emirates, yeah.
Next game?
No,
Yeah.
it's not the next game.
Is that
Can't
the
be
next
this
You
game?
played this week?
It must be. No, it must be.
No, it's
Well,
just like 2 weeks away. 10 days ago.
What's
10 days
going on
ago.
this week? Is it FA Cup this week, though?
No.
No, check, because honestly, I think that's our
Well,
next
FA
game.
Cup's in a couple of weeks.
Arsenal fixtures. Hold on.
You got
No,
Leicester
we got
away.
Leicester. Sorry, we got
Leicester
Leicester
away.
first away. Then we got Everton. Yeah.
Leicester, you don't know what Leicester could be. Could be anything.
They start like they did against us. They
Oh,
put,
get
they put
out
a
of
weaker
here,
team
Steve.
away.
Oh, get
Arsenal,
out
you
of
got
here.
a good run of games, you know, until you play Fulham away.
Stop
Good
it.
run of games.
Stop it.
What,
Stop
Fulham,
it.
Fulham could beat you.
Stop it.
What,
Stop
Fulham
it.
can't beat you?
No, they
At Craven
can't. No, they
Cottage?
can't. They can't.
Tight ground.
They can't.
They can't.
What do you
No,
mean
they
they can't?
can't.
Send me that, please.
happening?
Thank you.
Clip that up now.
Clip it.
Oi.
See what happens in a few weeks. No, they can't.
This is
I-
exactly like the City one.
I think,
We're
you
beating
know
them on
what?
Wednesday.
Arsenal are going to win the league.
Rio.
I think they are.
Where are
I've
we
just looked at
moving
their
to?
fixtures.
Where are we
This is
moving
why I'm here
to?
at 5, you know.
I just looked at the results and it's just thrown me to think that Arsenal are going to win the
I
league.
see what you're doing now. I like this tactic. Yeah, you're going to win the league. And if you don't, I'll take her out, yeah?
So Wolves 0, Bournemouth 1, Everton 1, Leeds 0. Guys,
Sean Dyche has just thrown Leeds in the mix.
it's mad.
In the mix.
It's
Dyche impact.
Yeah, well, they had the cup final, didn't they, at Old Trafford the other week? That's it now. Back to type A performances that'll hopefully get them relegated and disappear for another decade.
What's happened to Leeds?
You won't
man?
be missed.
Well, they were right against
Wow.
you in the first game anyway. But
That's what I'm saying,
listen,
cup final.
guys, I need to wrap it up. We're trying to get this episode out to you ASAP. So if it's late, apologies. But keep watching 5. Get your notifications on. We got banging content coming out. We've even got Max Aarons coming on the channel.
Yeah.
Norwich player. We're going to chat to him. He's got 200 appearances.
Already?
200 appearances.
He's only young. He's only 21, 22, isn't he?
Honestly, man, that's incredible stuff. So we want to be spreading the light to all players. So please make sure you turn on your notifications. I'm even going to go to the game. You know, you invited me to Norwich.
We got Vieira's best five-a-side team coming out. Mate, listen, please brace yourself for the team that he picked. So players that he played with, he picks a five-a-side team. Mate,
Madness.
it's a joke.
You got Modric as well. Videos coming
Yeah,
soon.
Modric's five-a-side team's decent as
Is
well.
it?
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
got the League Cup final video coming soon as well. We've got the best awards.
Winning video.
If you ain't subscribed, you're doing us dirty. Joel Beya, Stephen Howson, Rio Ferdinand. I wonder if Ashley Williams can quit. You reckon he's still out there so I can go get that Arsenal shirt?
No, I done, mate.
Well,
It's done.
we'll see you guys soon. Peace.